Unit 731 was a notorious branch of the Imperial Japanese Army, responsible for some of the most horrific war crimes witnessed in history. Through gruesome human experiments, it claimed the lives of over 200,000 individuals during World War II. This military unit conducted its chilling experiments on Chinese, Korean, Russian, Mongolian, and American prisoners. Before being killed, these prisoners, including men, women, and children, fell victim to savage methods of torture. The nightmarish end for these individuals included chemical and microbial injections, vivisection, sexual assault, and many other bizarre and horrifying acts. Number 5. One of Unit 731's most gruesome practices was the freezing test, in which prisoners were immersed in a tub of ice-filled water. Their hands and feet were held until they were completely frozen and a coating of ice formed on the skin. But this is not the end, because the members of this Japanese military unit then tried different methods for quick dicing. This was done by pouring hot water on the limbs, holding them near a fire, or simply leaving the person overnight without any treatment to see how long it took for the person's blood to dry. Number 4. The freezing test was just one of the horrific torture techniques used by Japan's Unit 731. Another involved breeding the deadliest strains of germs to wipe out China's population. Doctors monitored patients for the onset of symptoms and rate of progression, and those who recovered were shot. Those who got sick faster were put on the morgue table to die, and then their contaminated blood was injected into other prisoners. When most of the blood was drawn out and the heart could no longer pump, an officer in leather boots would step onto the table and jump with all his might on the victim's chest to crush it. They used low-flying airplanes to spread plague-carrying bugs over Chinese cities such as Ningbo and Chengde, resulting in thousands of deaths from the bubonic plague epidemic. Number 3. Unit 731 also dissected prisoners alive without anesthesia. First, they were infected with various microbes, and then they cut open their bodies and removed their internal organs to examine the effects of the diseases on them. They did this on living people, because it was thought that after death, the process of decomposition of the body will change the result of the investigation. They would amputate prisoners' hands and feet to study the effects of blood loss. Sometimes, the severed organs were transplanted to the opposite side of the body, or the organs of others were frozen and then severed. Number 2. Women incarcerated in this facility were forced to become pregnant for research purposes. It was especially important for them to investigate the possibility of direct transmission from mother to fetus during pregnancy, especially about syphilis, which was thought to affect fertility. They used imprisoned women in microbial, physical, and sexual experiments and used them as sex slaves. Number 1. There were even weapons tests where subjects were tied to poles and then shot or grenaded at different distances for practice. Flamethrowers were tested on live humans, and knives and spears were also used to kill them. Other gruesome experiments included exposing people to dehydration, killing them in spinning centrifuges, injecting sick animals with blood, and killing them with X-rays.